Hi, and welcome to Cat Run Figures. I'm your host, Caitlin, and today I'm going to be showing off my C2E2 haul. So, yeah, I know this is a little late, but, you know, better late than never, right? So, first off, C2E2, if you haven't already seen my video, you may or may not know, it's kind of a big deal for Mark and I because we got to hang out with the Comic Corps as well as the Blaster Stash It crew, so my pass there. Funny story behind this pass. I actually got it from Chad. It was supposed to be for Discovery Bay, and then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take that. So he got my normal 3-day pass. Sorry, JB. Sorry. But there are those. So as far as what I got there, unfortunately, Mark and I actually fell ill Thursday night, and we kind of had a rough weekend for most of the weekend there, but we still ended up getting some cool things, so thought I'd show them off. Yeah, Midnighter's yelling at me if you can hear that. So first off, Rocky Horror Picture t-shirt. Love Rocky Horror Picture in this house, so definitely had to get that when I saw that. Another thing that you may or may not be aware of, because I don't know, a lot of people don't really know this film, but Thanksgiving Day. So basically it is a turkey that goes on a killing spree during Thanksgiving. Here's his catchphrase. Yeah, that's right. My niece, who's 3, saw me wearing this the other day, and she asked what it was, and she was pointing at the blood, so I told her it was cranberry sauce, and then she kept going up to me and saying, "That's cranberry sauce," and poking me in my shirt, and I was like, yeah, that's cranberry sauce. That's cranberry sauce. So, another thing that I thought was really cool was the actual program there, and when we got to the house, I guess a lot of people didn't realize that there were 2 of them. I didn't actually realize this, but here was the main cover that I picked up, and I actually had everyone that was staying with us, that was a part of our whole group, sign it. So I got Splash Page, Mr. White Gloves, Mark signed right there, Midwest Comic Man, Poor Man's Comics, got to meet him, that was really cool. I signed right there, JB Allback Comics signed right there. Drew Manchu. Spectacular Spider Grandpa signed right there and circled because, you know, meat and potatoes, why not? Newsstand from Seawood. I got Comic Spectre. Discovery Bay. Just, I mean, I know I'm missing out a few because Huey's on here. Just everybody signed this. So much fun. Chad signed it. It was just a lot of fun. This was the other cover there, the Joker part. So the 2 covers together went like that. I know these probably aren't matching up. Mark's not helping me film today, so I'm kind of on my own. Yeah, so it's probably a little sketchy, but I did get a few commissions while I was there as well. First, well, I set almost all these up on the first day, so just con tip, if you want a commission, go there Friday, because they have their commissions all posted out, and they probably still have a few availabilities. But I got this from Bill Walco, so really nice. Zatanna, really loved that. Next, this is from Jen McLean. Artemis on a Teen Titans cover, so that's really cool. This is one of the ones that I was really hoping to get my hands on. So Young Justice issue 1, and on it I have a Wally West, and this is from Christopher Jones, who did the tie-in series for Young Justice, the animated series. And these two covers together look pretty sweet, not gonna lie. So very, very happy to have both of those. Another big name that I really was trying to get my hands on was Agnes Jabrowski. So I got a Black Fire done by her, which I did do a video of that. So if you haven't already checked that out, please do. She does all the watercolors right in front of you, and she's really, really awesome. I also got a greeting card from her, which you're going to laugh when you see this. But it's for Batman issue 50. Sorry, she left you. And she did sign the back part, so together it's like this. I feel so bad. But I just randomly stumbled across this guy in his booth, but I really liked his art, so I was like, I'm gonna get a commission from this guy. So it's Scoot, and I got a Midnighter done by him. And he did such a great job on the Midnighter that Mark and I really wanted him to do a Red Sonja. So here is Red Sonja right there. Looks pretty nice, huh? Oh, and I left my my art sleeves at home, so just bought an art sleeve because, you know, gotta protect your art. I did get a couple books while I was there. Nothing too crazy. Chad randomly bought me this because, I don't know, he thought I might enjoy it. So Jill Thompson is there. So I got Beasts of Burden. Actually haven't read this full story, so I might have to check this out, see what it's all about. I did already do a reading of this on the channel, so please check this out if you haven't already. And that is the Call of Cthulhu. So this is set up for beginning readers. Definitely a fun book. I love the Dr. Seuss style art throughout it, so definitely something I was very happy to get my hands on. From the same creative team is Dagon. So this is also for beginning readers. This will be a reading on the channel when I get around to it, but another really, really great there. And I did stumble across this guy the last day, so it's I Feel Meh, and it's for DJ Cochran. I did do a reading of this that went live this morning, so check it out if you haven't already. But he had an entire collection of books just to help kids understand emotions and dealing with loss, dealing with anxiety, depression, you know, things like that. So definitely a really good read, really cute read for kids. I did get 2 of the exclusive comics that were out there. I believe one of these technically came out at ACC, but I could be wrong. So first off, we got Dark Red, issue 1. So this is the C2E2, the red cover, so. And I got, so this is limited to 300 copies. And there's the certificate of authenticity right there. And I picked this one out. Mark picked that one out. I picked this one out. So this is Robin Hood Outlaw issue 2, and this is the Mirka Aldolfo variant. And just a really, really gorgeous cover by her. I haven't seen a lot of people show this off, but definitely one that I really, really need to get my hands on. So this is 1 of 500. Unfortunately, Aldolfo did actually cancel towards the last minute of the con, so I didn't get any of my books signed by her, but I did get a number of really awesome signatures, so give me 1 second for those. Hey, so when I was looking through the comics that I got signed. I actually found a bunch of the prints I bought from Wilco, so thought I'd show those off. First off is Grand Theft Auto Gotham City. So there's that. I also grabbed a Happy Birthday Aquaman. So this is Teen Titans, so early Teen Titans. I grabbed a Buffy the Vampire Slayer one because, you know, Buffy fan, kind of had to. Another Titans one, so there's that. And my favorite by far out of all the cards that were there, this is the Nightwing kissing booth. So Nightwing and all of the ladies lined up for him. Starfire looks pissed in this, by the way. So I thought that was really funny. So each one of these people, they had different kind of setups and different things going on. But probably the biggest one that I was the most excited about, we all know, is George Perez. Because, you know, my girl Starfire. So both he and Marv Wolfman are there. So I only grabbed a few books. I didn't want to overwhelm the man or deal with too much. Also, I was cosplaying that day, so, you know, couldn't deal with too much. So here is Comic Times. So it's a in-depth look at George Perez, and he told me a really, really heartwarming story about this woman right here, which I decided to cut out of the video just because I didn't want to put that out there. He told Mark the whole story behind this cover and what exactly this meant to him at the time, so that was really something awesome to hear from him and something for him to share, so that was really great. I also I brought my grail, so this is DC Comics Presents issue 26, aka the first appearance of the New Teen Titans, otherwise known as the first appearance of Starfire, Raven, and Cyborg, which we all know I am a hardcore Starfire fan. So I got it signed by both George Perez and Marv Wolfman, so there's that. This is my baby. I'm very pleased to have that signed. I also brought, this was a DC Universe or DC Collector Universe exclusive, the Funko box that they had a while back. And this is a reprint of New Teen Titans 1, so I got it signed by both Wolfman and Perez. Thought that was a really awesome cover. Wanted to get that signed. I also brought Wonder Woman issue 12 for Perez to sign. I've always really loved this cover, so very happy to have that signed. As far as Wolfman goes, I got Deathstroke the Terminator issue 1 signed, so there's that right there. And I also got issue 15 signed. So this is the first appearance of Rose Wilson. So this is when she's a baby. She'll later become Ravager, as we all know. And I do love me some Ravager, so very happy to have that signed by Wolfman. Two really, really awesome creators to meet. If you ever get the chance, take it. I know George Perez is retired, so you probably won't get the chance to meet him if you haven't already, but I mean, he was awesome. It's my second time meeting them, and they were both great as they were the first time. So another creator that I really wanted to meet was Jenny Frisian, and I got a couple of books signed by her. She was a sweetheart, and there really weren't very many people ever really lined up at her booth, which was very surprising. But I also got a second one signed, and I got Swords of Sorrow issue 1 signed. I also got Phoenix Resurrection, so this is the 1 in 25 variant for that. And I got Hack and Slash versus Vampirella, the Jenny Frisian cover. She was doing Frizz signatures, so I felt kind of bad, so I decided to buy something from her booth. So I always see Spidey Fan showing these off, and I decided to grab the one that she just released for C2E2. So this is her covers, Judge Books by Their Covers, Volume 10, the sketchbook. And she did sign it, so really, really awesome Wonder Woman cover, and a lot of really great things throughout, so that was really awesome. I also was really excited to, of course, meet Christopher Jones and to get that Wally West done, but I took a lot of my Young Justice stuff, so I'm an Artemis girl, because, you know, had to get a bunch of my Artemis books signed. Always really loved this cover. So, this signed. Yeah, I got a second copy of this signed. And I've always really loved this with the heroes and their mentors, so definitely one that I was very happy to get signed. So, I know one that myself and everyone else was really, really excited about was Art Germ. So I did bring a couple books for him to sign. I brought Batgirl issue 12, signed right there. Birds of Prey issue 11. This is actually my favorite Art Germ cover I've ever seen. I love the Catman and Huntress on this cover. I just adore it. I know a lot of people love the Batgirl 12, or they love the Supergirl 12 that just recently happened, or a lot of other Art Germ covers, but this one, this is my favorite. So, very, very pleased to have that signed. Mark actually picked this out and really wanted to get this signed. So this is Justice League, the Rise and Fall special. It's the one shot with Green Arrow on the cover. So if you've ever read the storyline with the fall of Arsenal, you know how heartbreaking that storyline really is, but really, really gorgeous cover there. And I also grabbed Oz Xenoscope issue 1, so really gorgeous Dorothy cover, signed by Art Germ now, so really, really happy to have that signed. So as all of us were in line waiting for George Perez and Marv Wolfman, and they started capping the line and everything, and we were dealing with that, there was no one over at the Scotty Young line yet, and this was Saturday. It was starting to get a little crazy, starting to get a little hectic. Like I said, Mark and I were both cosplayed, so I had to send Mark over to Scotty Young to get some books signed and to ask him my question. Yes, he asked about the fox in Middle West, as to what the fox's name was and if we were ever going to find out. And he wouldn't tell him, for starters. He then asked him if he should be asking what the name is and not what the sex of the fox is. And Mark did tell him about my nickname for the fox, which is Mr. Fantastic Fox. Mr. Fantastic Mr. Fox. And he did approve of the name, so yay. You know, there's that at least. But apparently the fox is going to play a much bigger story moving forward with that. But he did get a bunch of my books signed. So first off is Bully Wars issue 1. It's got a Young cover for that. Next, we all know that I was heartbroken when the series ended, but it's I Hate Fairyland. This is issue 1 right there. I also brought my Fuck Fairyland variant to get signed. I love Gertrude. I really, really wish that Scotty Young would write more Gertrude stories because she's a beast. I love her so much. It was I Hate Fairyland that made me a Scotty Young fan. So, I also got Middle West issue 1 signed, and the Free Comic Book Day I Hate Image signed right there, as well as the Fuck Fairyland Special Edition, which is the extended version of that. So I got that signed as well. But he was a sweetheart. I had a bunch of other books that I meant to get signed, but like I said, con cred basically started hitting me Thursday evening. We went there to help set up the Chocolate of Comics booth, and basically late that night on, I was just going through waves of whether or not I was feeling well or if I was just down for the count. I had to keep sitting down, I had to keep catching my breath, and it was just an up and down all weekend. And by the time that I started really feeling well and I started feeling a lot more energy and a lot more able to do things, the crowds were there, and I was like, yes, this is a much bigger con than what I was expecting. I was expecting a big con, but, you know, this definitely blew my expectations of a big con completely out of the water. I'm a little scared about Baltimore. If you didn't already know, Comic Core has already announced we are going to Baltimore Comic-Con, so I'm a little concerned about that one. Fingers crossed I don't get sick this time, but I had a blast. I know I brought a bunch of books that didn't get signed. I know that I didn't do as much as I was hoping to do because I was up and down, but I had so much fun meeting my fellow Comic Core members. I had so much fun meeting the Blaster Stash It guys and the Chocolate of Comics crew, and just so many people throughout the YouTube comic book community. It was so much fun. Oh, wait, I forgot to show something. So New Dimension Comics is actually the sponsor for Comic Core, and we had him on a few episodes ago, and he was showing off these beer bottles that his team created for a local con, and I just couldn't get over how gorgeous the artwork was. I don't drink beer, I don't like beer, but I could not get over how gorgeous the artwork on these bottles were. And our sponsor was nice enough to hook me up with 2 of these. So he not only brought me 2 bottles of the Witchblade, but he also had them signed. So it's signed right there and signed right there. How awesome is that? So I have 2 of these that are going to be going in the background behind me. I am so excited. These are going to be in all my videos for Cat Run Figures and for Cinema Figures, my new channel. If you haven't already, please do sub it up, because going to be 2 videos on it here soon, and I want more subs on it because I'm doing a lot of hard work over there. But this is gorgeous. He did not need to hook me up with this at all, but I love it. I love it. I will cherish this. This puppy is going behind me and it's going to look awesome. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Just a really, really sweet man to me. And it was just so much fun. So I didn't do a lot of the things like the karaoke because I had been cosplaying that entire day and I felt really, really cruddy. Like, I felt fine, and then I took out my contacts that I had in. I had green contact lenses, if you didn't see them in the photos. My eyes were glowing green, and my eyes were burning by the end of the day, and I just had a migraine from all get out. But it was so much fun getting to meet everybody and just getting to be able to hang out with everyone. And I am so excited to announce that we will be attending Baltimore Comic Con. So, another thing is, the lines at CGC were ridiculous, so no, unfortunately, I did not turn my books into CGC. I will most likely be holding on to them until Indiana Comic Con, which I believe Mark and I are attending. We're not 100% sure yet, but Kate Beckinsale is confirmed for it. So I think we're going because I really want to meet Kate Beckinsale, and so does Mark. So we kind of have to now. But yeah, that's it for this haul. Please do give me a like if you like this video. Comment below and tell me whether or not you went to C2E2 and whether or not you had as much of a blast as I did. I know that Mark and I had so much fun. Just everything was just so crazy and so awesome. The house was a lot of fun, hanging out with all the guys, constantly going around doing whatever. I just want to have an entire con where I just follow some, like, certain of the guys around, because they're all just such great characters and just such great people to constantly be around. So if you ever see any of them at a con, please do say hi, because really, really awesome guys throughout. But yeah, anywho, if you haven't already checked out our C2E2 video or our Agnes Jabrowski video that I posted, please do check those out because they're a lot of fun and a lot of really, really great stuff is going on there. Also, please do subscribe to either Cat Run Figures, or if you already subscribed to Cat Run Figures, please do subscribe to Cinema Figures, because we're doing movie reviews now and having a lot of fun at it. And until next time, I'm your host, Caitlin. Bye.